Should all our Goombas be forgot and never brought to mind? Well, now it's New Year, Davy Jones, and I'm singing Old Lang Syne.
Hello, peoples of the tube, it's that time of year again. It's been an entire full year since the last time we did one of these, and now welcome to the end of the year. Welcome to my end of the year roundup, my whatever I usually call this. I don't know. I haven't been back and checked. We know the format. This is the 10th. I think this is the 10th year I've done this. Summarise the year at the end of the year. It's a time is had by some, and is it a good time? I don't know. Let's reminisce about a year that has definitely happened. And you know what? Compared to last year, significant improvement. Let's take a look at that, shall we? Okay, so whistle-stop tour of the world that we are currently in at time of recording. This year in television, Doctor Who, we had a full series of Doctor Who for the first time. Well, a full series. We had 8 episodes plus a Christmas special for the first time. First time we've had anything approaching a full series since 2021. We had Flux, and that was a shorter season. That was like 6 episodes. This was 8. I think the days of us getting 10 plus episodes a year are gone. Was Doctor Who good? Was it? Was it? I saw the finale at the cinema, the Empire of Death and the Legend of Ruby Sunday. I saw that at the cinema, and I'm really glad I did, because I think I wouldn't have had as much fun. There was something entertaining about seeing an episode of Doctor Who that kind of missed the mark a little bit. With a large group of other people that are all... There was a girl in the car park. I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but there's a girl across the car park just after the episode had finished while everyone was sort of waiting for vehicles to take us back and taxis and whatever. And she was just shouting on her phone, "It could have been anyone! Her mother could have been anyone! It could have been Clara! It could have been River Song! Could have been the Doctor! But no! Louise!" And that was the best part of the episode, was the girl shouting in the car park at the end. That was good fun. I enjoyed going to do that. I was a bit worried because it was in the middle of the night. It was, I think, 11 o'clock for the first episode and 12 o'clock, so finishing at 1. And that's way across town at the retail park. I didn't really fancy walking back at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning, sort of a Friday night. I'm not usually out in town on a Friday night. So I was like, no thank you. So I took a taxi back, which was really indulgent for me. Other than that though, I mean, we had a couple of good episodes, we had a couple of bad episodes, we had a couple of mid-episodes. It was a series of Doctor Who. I wish we'd had a little bit more. And then we had a Christmas special on Christmas, and that was fine. Film-wise, I went to the cinema 52 times this year. 52 things, if you include Doctor Who as a thing, 52. I mean, I know it's not a film, but it was at the cinema. I'm counting it. 52. I went to see the 40th anniversary reissue of Star Trek 3. I went to see, gosh, what all have I seen? I saw Breakfast Club for the 40th anniversary of the date that it was set. I saw quite a lot of old stuff. I saw Die Hard the other week because it's a Christmas movie. Did you know that? I didn't. Yeah, I've seen loads of stuff, and some of those 52 films were new films. So what were my favourite films of the year? Well, I loved Wicked. I saw Wicked on the stage 2 years ago, and I loved that. And I was a bit worried because they've split the film. The musical is split into 2 films, and I was like, "Oh, is that going to be good? Will we?" And each installment is the length of the whole musical. Will it be padded? No, they just kind of let the scenes breathe a bit. I actually really enjoyed it. I don't think I had any particularly negative notes. Much as it would be nice to have the whole story in one thing because of themes and motifs that sort of are now cut between 2. I can live with that. In and of itself, that was great. I saw The TV Glow. That was a film that I've been excited to see for like the first half of this year. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see that, because the soundtrack was released early on, and I was like, these are great songs. and I knew some gists of what the story was about, and I said, that sounds interesting. I saw it, didn't expect it to hit me so hard. It was like a sledgehammer to the face. Great film, loved it. I think my favourite film of this year, and it's technically, according to Letterboxd, it was released last year, but I saw it at the cinema this year. I'm counting it as a this year film. A movie called All of Us Strangers, and if you haven't seen that, it's the guy that was Moriarty in Andrew Scott, and he forms this romantic connection with the guy in the flat below him, or the flat, and while this is going on, he keeps suddenly going home to the house of his dead parents, and they're there. He can hang out with them when they died when he was a child, and it's all about loss and sort of mourning the loss of a loved one, or the loss of an opportunity to sort of do something meaningful which has now passed, and you can't get that opportunity back. It's a beautiful film, really nice. I think that one narrowly pips I Saw the TV Glow for my favourite film. It was lovely film. And then, I mean, every year I'm like, will we talk about politics? Let's not. Sorry, America, you have my condolences. I mean, we had a general election here in the UK, and we've had a changeover of the leading party. In name, at least, it's technically different guys. So that's something that's happened. Are they different guys, or are they the same guys with a different colour tie on? I'm not going to get into that, because politics is not very fun to discuss. So let's move on to music. Last year this came at the exact halfway point of the video, and I'm kind of, will it be this year? I don't know. But yeah, music this year, I've continued to listen to loads of music. My friend Alex that does the radio, I was on her show in April, that was really exciting. But yeah, she continues to put her radio show out every week, and I hear new songs, and I'm like, this is a song I like. Sometimes I'm like, this is a song that I don't like. But there's been enough songs this year that I've got a top 5 again. And last year, when I did my top 5, I listed sort of the 4 that weren't number 1 in my pick, just loosely, and I told you about them. And then I played on my computer keyboard, I played my favourite song and I sang it. And I thought that was quite a fun bit. What if I did that for all of my top 5 this year? So that's what I've done. Should I have done that? Probably not, because my singing voice isn't great, as you can probably tell listening to me speaking. And at least one of these songs is very out of my range, and some of them were hard to get the chords for. But I thought that would be fun. I'll sing you some songs. These are my, I think, probably in order. Number 1's definitely number 1. But here is my top 5 songs of, before I play them, honourable mention for number 6, there's a song by Joanna Wang called People Don't Eat Dinner by Themselves, and it was number 6, so I didn't learn it, and also I couldn't find chords for it, or maybe I could, I don't know, but that's a good song too. So it's not in this mix, but it's also good. So yeah, here are my top 5 songs for this year. Wake up, distorted to the bone, sold on demand. Say you miss it, but oh, I know you don't have any plans with girls with makeup. I live in a weird world, yeah, it's sad but it's true. Maybe you can't see it, but you live in one too. I used to be a dream girl, but the world interfered. At least now I know why. Now I know why. Now I know why I'm weird. Ballerina bend under the weight of it all. Ain't it fun to have the world in your hand? Do you feel like a man when I can't talk back? Do you want me or do you want control? Failure to commit to the rule I admit was a failure you achieved on your own. Do you want me to care when you just disappear?
I can't win them all. I'm cliche, who cares? It's sexually explicit kind of love affair, and I cry, it's not fair. I just need a little loving, I just need a little air. Can't reach the moon now, can't turn the tide. The world looked different when God was on your side. And who builds the future? Do they care why? I know you're tired of trying. Listen clearly, you don't have to try. Capricorn, the year that you were born. Finish fast, and the next one wasn't yours. Too old for dying young, too young to live alone. Sifting through centuries for moments of your own.
And I'd like to dedicate that final song to my favourite Capricorn that I know. I hope you're having a lovely birthday, Sam. That one was... I know you don't like music, but that was for you. What a great present. Yeah, it's Sam's birthday today, and that kind of gets us into personal life stuff, because I feel like that's the most significant thing for this year. Because long-term viewers might remember this time last year I'd been pretty down throughout 2023. I wasn't doing great. The start of this year was just continuing on from the same time, and suddenly things seem to have largely improved. I'm feeling, on the whole, better. So isn't that nice? I'm not like, and it kind of happened towards the middle of the year. The first half I was still a bit, and I've had some little dippity-doos towards the end, but for the most part, from about like July onwards, and I think that comes down to a few things. Firstly, I seem to have found myself in a really sort of structured little social circle all of a sudden, like locally. I had, and I still do have, some really nice friends I met a year and a bit ago that live out of town. I've got all of my old online friends that also live miles and miles away. But all of a sudden, I've got people that live very close that seem to be constantly wanting my time and to hang out with me, and that just feels really nice. It feels really nice to sort of be wanted by people around you, and that's really been nice. That's really cheered me up. I've also had the one person in my life that is the main source of negativity that was constantly turning up at my house still after burgling my house, still kept coming up, and just that was stressing me out. I pulled some strings, and that person now has no reason to come and visit, and so doesn't. And so that, I think, making an effort to resolve that thing, I think generally to get myself out of a dip, I need to manually do something to push myself out of it. And I think that was the sort of inciting incident, but the social life improvements that's really helped, I think, as well, because it's made me feel. I was like just hanging out with one of my friends, and I was like, I feel like this is the happiest I've been in years. This is so nice. So yeah, just a little shout out, I guess, if they're watching, to Kaya and Jem and Maya, and my little sort of social board games playing, and all of the sort of other characters. There's sort of like a sort of swirling social vortex that I've been drawn into, of which they're kind of the central characters. And yeah, I constantly have things to do. I've recently been helping Kaya decorate her house, and that's been super fun, because obviously I've decorated my own house. So I can transfer those skills and be useful, and we can just hang out and have a nice time, and it's nice. We also finally got the bathroom fixed. Well, there's a video about that a couple of months back. After 7.5 years of the bathroom being in just an awful state, we got that done, so that's lovely. Incidentally though, I'm still slightly stressed out about the paper. It just keeps like threatening to come off the walls. I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do with that wall, but we'll find out. Maybe it'll be fine, I don't know. And then we kind of come to the more complicated part of my year that is in the positive pile with an asterisk. because nothing's ever straightforward. Sam was quite annoyed last year that I didn't put any mention of him in, like, when I was talking about my friends from Thurso. I was talking about how, you know, nice it had been to hang out with them, and Sam was a bit disgruntled that I didn't mention. I don't think I even knew Sam's name this time. I'm pretty sure I hadn't. So I've been talking to him for months and months and months, but I didn't know what he was called. But yeah, so Sam is an interesting character in my life. You'll have seen from videos, I had him visiting in September. I've never had anyone come and stay at my house before. That was a new thing for me. And we had a lovely time. And, you know, he's someone that I talk to every day. And it's a very sort of close and complicated sort of dynamic that we have. And perhaps I let myself get a bit carried away with sort of what is this and what it maybe can it be and what can I do within that. And perhaps I maybe set myself up a little bit too much for, you know, to be let down by reality not quite hitting what I was dressing up to be. And, you know, that's maybe a little bit sad. There's you know, there's sadness to be found everywhere. But the thing is, regardless of what things could be or what maybe I might have wanted things to be and what things can't be, and regardless of all of these things, you know, I've got this great friend that's really wonderful to have around, and you're my favourite person. And have I been a little bit hurt in this journey? Yeah, but I don't know, maybe some things in life are kind of worth getting your heart broken for. I kind of feel like this particular specific thing is, and I've gotten through that bit. I'm managing. I'm hopefully we can continue to have adventures and hang out next year, and you know, into the future. Who knows what life, you know, holds. It's been a funny one. It's like I feel like there's been a whole sort of subgenre of life I've not really accessed, and I just kind of glanced the edge of it just for a little bit, and I got myself a little bit too excited, and that's okay. So yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's everything that's happened to me this year. All the significant life stuff. Yeah, 2024 has been a significant improvement. I started the year way down here, and now I'm like here. I'm not up here, but I'm doing so much better. I'm definitely out of the hole that I was in, and the people close to me have really helped lift me out of that. I did some of the work myself. I'm not going to take no credit for fixing my bad state of mind, but it's definitely been largely an external force that's helped sort of buoy me back out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 2024, significant improvement. Hopefully 2025 will continue that sort of trend. I'm optimistic. You know, there's still stuff that I can be. There's stuff on the horizon for next year, possible future significant life events, but we'll come to them when we come to them. I hope 2024 has been good for you. I hope that that your 2024 has been as much better than your 2023 as mine was. And I hope your 2025 is even better. I'm feeling optimistic. I'll see you next year. I don't know what my next video is going to be, but there'll be something. Until then though, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around, and have a nice year. And you know what? I think it will be a nice year.
The frosted looks like dust settled on the world after everyone's long been gone. But me, I was hiding or forgotten, the only one left. Now the world is mine alone, with no one to share the memory of frost out the window. window this morning after you're gone, and the house is mine alone. You're my best friend, now I have no